WPGC 95.5, home of the Joe Claire Morning Show. It's your man DJ Flexx, home team on your radio. One thing I love about my job is that I get to make friends in this business. And I remember the first time this gentleman came here, it was years ago. And to see him go to where he's at right now, it just makes me very happy to watch this man grow and grow and grow and grow into the superstar that he is and the entertainer. It just gets it done. Ladies and gentlemen, Trey Songz is in the building.
Lex, that was amazing intro, man. I appreciate it.
Nah, bro, I remember.
No, but for real,
I remember the first
like
time.
I was happy to see you when you came around the corner too. You know, it's crazy you say that because you do build bonds with certain people. Like sometimes it becomes systematic and sometimes you're just going through the motion. But when you know, I've been coming to see you, literally, we talking about the new building, we talk about all type of stuff. So I've been literally coming to interview. It was a whole 2 years straight when nobody else got to interview me. Like it's the same thing going on now. So it's just exciting, man, to see you still rising up in what you're doing and for us to just be back here conversing like we was like 12 years ago.
How about that,
time.
right? How about that?
That's crazy, bro.
And you've grown so much in these years. And now let's talk about the new project, Tremaine.
Yeah, Tremaine. The album, March 24th. I had people fooled. I had people thinking I was doing a little reality show. There was a lot of emotions drawn from that. I had people, everything on my Twitter feed, Instagram feed, from excited to furious to why didn't I get picked to why are you doing this? Don't ruin your image, this, that. So it was something that was, for me, just a creative thought process to do something that I haven't done before. Like you said, I've been coming through these halls, you know, and we've been conversing about album after album. Year after year after year. So I wanted to do something totally different. And TremaineThePlayboy.com, for those of you who don't know, is where you can watch all my new videos that are coming out. We got one coming out tonight. So every Thursday they're coming out. We got one at 9 p.m. tonight, and every Thursday thereafter for 3 more weeks. And then the album for March 24th.
Okay, now where we go see these videos?
Tremaine the Playboy. You see it right there. TremaineThePlayboy.com. We got the videos. We got pre-sale for the album as well. You can get you a nice calendar, ladies. I've been working out real hard. You know what I'm saying? Hang me up on the wall somewhere. So you can actually get champagne flutes. We got a sexy little pre-order package going. But I'm excited about the music, man.
Trey Songz, my special guest right here on WPGC 95.5. Okay, if you had to say what's the difference between today and when you first came out in your life now, because it's a big difference, brother. It's been some time.
Right.
What would you tell if today, what would you tell your old self?
Oh man. Today, what would I tell my old self?
Yes, when you was coming up. Because now
it's gonna be a long ride. It's gonna be a long ride. Buckle up. I don't know if you really know what this is about to be. You know, because I think, you know, as a young man, when you have a dream, you get to taste it, and you start really experiencing and living what that dream is. You know, some things are gonna change. It's gonna be variables you didn't know about. You know what I mean? It's gonna be things that you not prepared for. You know what I mean? And I always tell people the biggest benefit to my career was probably in the beginning the thing I hated the most, like how long it took me to get to where I feel was where I was getting my just due.
Yeah.
You know, my first album came, of course, at the crib, it's going crazy. Just Gotta Make It, Gotta Go, Wonder Woman, everything. And our nucleus on the East Coast, but I wasn't as successful as I wanted to be for a very long time. But the older I get, the more I appreciate that process, that learning curve, the ability to grow gradually. So I ain't had to learn everything in front of everybody. Like, I didn't get catapulted immediately into success. That gave me appreciation for the journey to get to success. That gave me appreciation. That made me work hard. Like, that's why I work as hard as I do now today, because I feel like if Gotta Make It would have went #1 Billboard chart top of success, my first single ever, I don't think I had the same work ethic, just being honest.
Trey Songz, my special guest right here on WPGC 95.5. You kind of somewhat answered my next question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. I live by this. Viviendo el sueño. And what that is in Spanish is living the dream. You are living the dream.
Definitely.
What does living the dream mean to Trey Songz?
Living the dream for me, the first part of that is being able to take care of my mama, being able to take care of my grandmother, and for my family not to need nothing. That's was the first thing, I think, coming from where I come from. That's the reason you do anything. Second, because you want to be fly. You want to make sure you having things. But first thing you want to do is I'll make sure my mama's straight.
No doubt.
You know, so, and my mama ain't been working since I got on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, as far as a job, like, she my business partner, and we work together on my business, but she's been retired since then. So outside of that, man, the dream is really just being able to do what you want to do, you know, being happy, you know. And I think you get money confused with the dream, although I think it's kind of unrealistic to say that money isn't a part of the dream for most people. Like, even though love and happiness and good energy is what we all need to live and prosper, really. Because when you get money, you realize that money can't fix everything.
You right about that. Let me ask you this then. Would you play the Powerball? Because the Powerball is like...
I done played it. You ain't got to ask me. Every time that thing get up there, I got tickets, boy. What you talking about? That's a part of the dream. We not going to act like that ain't the dream. I still take a winning lotto ticket right now.
I know that's right.
World might hate me for that joke.
Trey Songz, our special guest right here on WPGC 95.5. Now, since day one, the women been just after you, bro. I'm pretty sure you got some great stories and you've had a lot of fun. Does it get to a point where you say, hey, man, you know what? It's time to shut it down, get a family, and it's time to move,
you know what's so crazy you asked that question? Because once again, everybody, Tremaine the Playboy, 9 p.m., TremaineThePlayboy.com, 9 p.m. It'll be what will be now the second single release, the second episode, and it's entitled Playboy. Like, this song is actually the cornerstone of the whole thought process for the project. And the opening line is, don't know why I'm still kissing girls that I don't love, still. And it goes on and goes on and goes. It's an amazing song I did with Rico Love. And, you know, like, anything that's, like, fun can get boring. You know what I mean? Anytime you do something for the first time, it's only the first time once. You know, so, of course, as I mature, I want somebody to learn life lessons with and just have dope conversations with and somebody to share my life with. But it's hard, like, quite honestly. And this album is talking about the hardships I had with that, the tugging back and forth in this relationship or that relationship, or the tugging back and forth from my career to trying to be in a relationship. Like, it's hard being, you know, me looking for love, quite honestly. And while one would think it's quite easy, is actually the opposite, because it's a lot expected of me. And what I wanted to use this quote unquote reality marketing scheme for is because the parallels are there. You know, people love reality television, people love music, people see me with a bunch of girls. It makes sense. Like, you think it's real. But the parallels are there if you look, because there's within all of these videos, there's a love story, there's a love interest that stays on my mind throughout what would be a so-called reality show where girls are fighting for my love and my attention. But is it really my love or just my attention? Is it my attention or the attention that comes with being with me? You know what I mean? So all those dynamics play out in my thought process while creating this music and, you know, directing these videos, editing them. Like, I was really in there, like, making sure that this was really true, vulnerable, and the most personal I ever been with my fans.
You a grown-ass man, son.
My boy. I appreciate you.
You a grown-ass man, because I remember when I first met you, you wasn't talking like this, bro. So my man, you know what I'm saying? Trey Songz right here on WPGC 95.5. All right, let's talk about how do you deal with, I guess, man, when it's stuff that come out about you.
Right.
And because I want to talk about one story specifically because when I heard about it, I was like, what? And then I read about what really happened, but we never, a lot of times people don't really get what really happened, and so it get crazy. So, for instance, you living your life out. First of all, you came to our new casino, our MGM. Now, the word is, yo, Trey Songz got thrown out the casino. They dragged him out. It was crazy. He's terrible. He's a horrible person and blah, blah, blah. But then I found out what really happened. I was like, what? And so would you like to tell everybody what really happened at the MGM?
Well, you know, it's the thing. I look through my people, the culture, just pop culture, and you know, social media and all that, and I just challenge us to do a better job of what we take in and what we put out and what we believe. You know what I mean? Because we too quick to, and I do it sometimes myself, but because I've been the target of certain situations where I know the truth is nowhere near what's being promoted or being what's pushed out, I learned how to look at people in that light too. When stuff come up about other people, when I hear things about people, I'm like, well, you know what I mean? I done heard the crazy stuff. So the MGM, I'm in there. We get there the night before the actual incident happened. And for real, some people in here that was I'm gambling the whole night. Great service. I get there late, you know what I mean? And they offer me rooms. Accommodate. I have a no odd card. Like, it don't get no higher than that.
Yeah.
So I'm gambling. I'm up about 100,000. You know, the first night, and they showing me such a good time. Me and my people having a good time. Like, we eating for free. Everything love. So I go back the next day, which is actually Christmas Eve, and I'm winning again. I'm up crazy. Dealer switching out every 30 minutes. I play cards.
And so for people to know that when you gamble, especially in the high limits, they switch the dealers out every 30 minutes. That's the regular thing. It's not, that's what they do.
Switching them out every 30 minutes. So I start, this one dealer coming, I start losing. And I look at the clock and she done been there longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I switch the dealer? I didn't ask to switch the dealer before. I didn't ask for a new deck. I didn't ask for anything you can ask for because I know what I can ask for. But when I ask this request, I'm told, no. It's a different pit boss. It's a different shift. They like, no, she stays for an hour and a half every time. I'm like, how? Like, they like, every dealer but her stays for an hour and a half. I'm like, well, can I talk to your superior? So he come down there. He don't want to talk to me in private. It's a black man too. He don't want to give me. He don't want to even look at me. Like, I'm asking questions. They going unanswered. Like, I'm looking away from me. So while this process is going on, I got probably 3 people. It's 4 of us. And we actually gearing up to go. It's Christmas Eve. I'm only staying because I'm winning. Like, I gotta go home. Like, I'm gonna see my nephew. I gotta wrap up gifts. My mom on my phone. Like, I don't want to stay here. Like, you know what I mean? But y'all didn't start winning. Y'all didn't start taking my money on some fluky. Like, and I get gambling. Like, you win, you lose. Yeah. I know that. But I know what I'm entitled to. So after I'm asking for the dealer to change, I ask to speak to the superior. He comes over there. Once again, negligent, not giving me any respect. We began getting heckled by another man. He taking pictures, you know what I mean, trying to make it a situation that it's not. Yeah. So when my security guard goes speak to him, the guy that I'm speaking to is like, no, y'all gotta go call the police. What? So by the time I turn around, there's about 12 police behind me. So you gotta understand, I'm enraged at this moment. Yeah. I ain't really thinking about perception or what people gonna think about Trey Songz and going crazy, this, that, and the other, because I know what really happened. And in situations where negativity is brought my way, I usually don't speak out on what happened because it only bring more fuel to it, only bring more conversation to it, like it's beating a dead horse. But what I decided in that moment is that I ain't did nothing wrong for all these police to be here. Like, and if y'all gonna touch me, I'm gonna get it on camera. Matter of fact, cause I'm mad. Yeah. Matter of fact, the MGM too, cause I'm mad at y'all because y'all done duped me and y'all gonna have me looking like I did something wrong. And I knew I had my day to tell a story, so I wasn't really tripping on, you know, making any wrongs right or speaking. You know what I mean? I ain't really wanting to go say on the internet after they post something like, nah, that ain't happened. I'm gonna let you think what you think. And when it comes time to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it, or I'm gonna move on.
Glad to hear the real story, what really happened. You know what I'm saying? And just for the record, the MGM is in my backyard. I ain't never been there.
Yeah, they ain't got it together over there. I got a million DMs right now about this service at the MGM. I'm never going back.
I know that's right.
And I prompt anybody in this area that's been treated improperly when you go down there just because you want to have a good time, it's open. There's other casinos. F them people.
I know that's right. Trey Songz, my special guest right here on WPGC 95.5. You got to get Tremaine. Tremaine comes out March 24th.
Yes, and tonight on TremaineThePlayboy.com, a new episode, new record. And once again, if you don't understand what's going on, every week on Thursday, TremaineThePlayboy.com, I'm releasing a new song, which is a new video, which is a new episode to the ever-going story that is Tremaine the Playboy that leads into Tremaine the Album, March 24th.
Any features?
I actually do have features, and it's crazy because I went and I was so engulfed in the process of making this album that one of these records came very last minute. And for anybody listening that's a super fan, know I've been doing these anticipation albums forever. Like, you was one of the first person that was playing anticipation records on the radio. You belong to me. You was going crazy with that. So speaking of anticipation series, Anticipation 3 was featuring my new artist, Mike Angel, from my hometown. Incredible artist, incredible voice. If you heard the mixtape, you know. He got a record named Anxious on there, and he's also on like 8 songs with me on there. So he's featured on the album, Mike Angel, and I have an incredible voice of a lady by the name of Justine Darcy. So just those 2 artists that I'm working with very, very close and very personally that I'm invested in. So outside of that, like, no names that you know, but trust me, you will know those names.
No doubt about that, my man. Trey Songz, my special guest right here on WPGC 95.5. So how many years in now?
12. Since my first album came out. Since I made my first song. I made my first song when I was 15. I was thinking about this the other day. So 17 years since I made my first song. I got my deal when I was 18. So 14 years since I got my deal. 12 since my first album came out.
10 years. 7 albums. Wow. 10 years from now, what will be your legacy?
You know, I'm learning more and more each day that although people love me for my music and that, you know, I get to live the life I live because of my music. It's conversations like this, you know what I mean? It's the enlightenment that I'm able to give people about the things I learned. You know, people that look up to me, it's really about me using my speaking voice. You know what I mean? About, you know, when I see wrong being done, I speak right on that situation. You know, just being love and being light, being energy. That's amazing. Like everything's cool. Like as far as being Trey Songz and being an entertainer, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to be said I was a good man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trey Songz, a special guest right here on WPGC 95.5.
Yeah. Had to do it one time.
My man. Tremaine, March 24th. We want to make sure that you get that. Man, I don't even know, man. End of the day, you know, we done talked about it. At the end of the day, your legacy, everything you're gonna do. We got everything coming up right now.
Yeah.
If you wasn't doing music right now, what would you be doing?
You know what? I'm really interested in photography and film, man. Like the more and more I become the navigator and the captain of the ship as far as my music career is concerned.
Yeah.
The videography, the acting aspect, everything that goes in. It's been marketing too. Like just finding innovative and different ways to do things. So I feel like I would be in business. I actually got a movie coming out. How the hell I forget that?
Let's talk about that.
I got a movie coming out at the end of the year. It's entitled Brother's Blood. It's my first #1 on the call sheet. I started in Texas Chainsaw, but the actual chainsaw guy was #1 on the call, so I was #2. So this one's really my movie. It's a great film. I shot it last year in New Orleans, and I'm really excited about that coming out. But other than that, man, I just want to let everybody know in the DMV area, Chocolate City, DMV, let you know I love you. Like, had my back from the beginning.
Yes.
From day one, never left me. I always had a hit record here, no matter what record I put out. Like, they might not have been feeling me all over the world. It was times when you had to have a record that would like to have a hit record. And y'all been supporting me through everything, man. So I just love my fans here, and I just want y'all to know it's forever love for me, this hometown.
Trey Songz, special guest. One last question, bro.
What it is?
You can only choose one. You only can choose one.
That sounds difficult already.
Studio or stage?
Man, I gotta say studio.
Why is that?
Cause that's kind of where I fell in love with it at. The creation of it all. Like, I love to make music. I love performing it. It's a different feeling when you perform, but the actual conception, like going from nothing to like a song that people love, and people sing their hearts out as if they wrote it, and they have these emotional ties to it, and the music just becomes a part of their life, that when you really just sharing a part of your life, your emotion, you know what I mean? So I would definitely say the studio. But that's just today, though. I'm gonna go on tour, and I might change my mind.
Yep, tour's on the way, right?
Yeah, tour on the way. TremaineThePlayboy.com. You can get your pre-order for everything. You get the album, you get the calendar. I told you I've been working out. I'm looking good, baby. You want me up in your kitchen.
And tell them again what's happening tonight at 9 o'clock.
Tonight, 9 o'clock, TremaineThePlayboy.com. There is a new episode, new song entitled Playboy coming out. You're going to love it. It's traditional R&B. Boy, I can't wait till the people hear this song. I'm telling you, I'm so excited.
Tonight it's on. It's WPGC 95.5. Ladies and gentlemen, Trey Songz. We around the applause there. Yes, appreciate you, my brother. It's WPGC 95.5.